Hello, my friends. Welcome to Tangle Time Arts. My name is Nana Heron, and I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're working our way through Inktober Tangles 2024, and we are on day 7, and we're going to take a look at Zander by Zentangle. Earlier in the year, I had taken a look at Zander, and I think that was week 24 of my weekly Tangles series. But for Inktober Tangles, it is day 7. And if you haven't downloaded this packet yet, you can still get it. The information's in the description. And we'll be looking at this tangle here, Zander, and this is a variation of it. So let's get started. So for today's project, you can just use a black pen if you'd like, but I'm going to use 4 different colors. Um, and you can use the 4 colors of your choice. I have a black, a raspberry, a blue, and a green, but you can use any 4 colors that you'd like. You could even use something kind of like this big 4-click. I use this a lot when I practice in my sketchbook. You'll also need a pencil and a tortillon and a white Zentangle tile. All right. So we're going to get started by just penciling in um, a curve. We're just going to use the whole tile. For the other project that I did use Zander as a border. But today I thought we'd just kind of use it as ribbons. So we're just going to draw in ribbons, kind of Hollibaugh style, and we're going to use different colors for that. So I'm just going to pencil in um, a line. It's got a little curve to it. And to make things easier for the first one, I'm going to aura that, and I'm just going to pencil that in for you. You don't necessarily need this one once you learn this tangle, but it helps for the first time. And I think I will start with my kind of raspberry colored pen here. So we're just going to start by making a backwards C. And I'm going to make another one. It's kind of my pen width, um, both these lines and the inked in lines. And then we're going to connect that like that. And then the easiest way to learn is to add some ink from both sides towards the center, but not all the way to the center. We're going to leave the center white. It just adds some dimension to it. All right, so we've got one kind of like cuff that's going to go around the strands of Zander. Let's put another one in here. So we're going to do a C, a backward C, and then another backward C. Connect them and ink that in. These fine liners are a lot of fun to use. They come in different size packs. And I really do like the colors. All right, so we've got 1, 2. Let's add one here. Again, it's like a backward C. And adding ink from the outside in. And I think we can add one more here. And connect those. And I'll be back in just a second. I have to check on my puppy. He's into something. Excuse me. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Having a puppy is an adventure. All right, let's ink this in. All right, once you have 3, 4, or 5 of those, you can switch out your pen. I'm going to use black here. And I'm just going to start in the center section here. And I'm going to run a line and put a dot and then a line. And I'm just going to go actually all the way up. And then all the way down, just to keep it consistent. Like that. And then just starting with one of the sections, you just start adding more strands, more lines. And for our first one, I'm going to leave it pretty straight. Um, let's go this way. Your lines don't have to be super straight. I know mine are not. So you don't have to worry about that. But you do want to fill the area. And then up here, we're just going to go off the tile. Like that. I'll move my tile up and finish this section. So you can either go back and forth like this, or you can just work on one side. I would suggest you try both ways and see what works best for you. And then with this one, again, we're just going to go off the tile. This is kind of an end. I'm going to have some stray strands like that, just for fun. All right. So that is our first ribbon of Zander, and that's the very basic pattern. I am going to now, let's see, I'm going to take my pencil, I'm going to rotate this a little bit. How would I like to go? I think I'm going to go behind this one. So let's just go pencil in something like that. And if you need to pencil in the other side, you can go ahead and do that. And you can make this thicker or thinner than this one. That's entirely up to you. So I'm gonna pencil in the other line just to make it easier for us because we're learning. And this time I'm going to go with a green. And again, I'm going to start with the C shapes. And I think I'll put one here. And then connect the two. And this time, instead of shading that way, I am actually going to make some stripes. Just for fun, like that. All right, I'll put another band about here. So there's definitely different things that you can do with the bands as well as the strands of the Zander. I didn't like that. And then let's see, let's put one up here. And like I said, you can do this all in black ink, the entire project. I just for fun wanted to use some color today. And then let's add another one here. It's always the two backward C's and then connect them. And then add ink, however you'd like to. All right. So we've got two different kinds of bands. I am going to take my blue pen now. And let's see what we can do with this. How about instead of the line and the dot and the line, how about we kind of make a curve and a curve? And we'll make these curved. So now these are going to come out like that. All right, so let's try this one. This one's kind of a half one, but we're going to put some curves in the center. And then we're going to start coming out with curves on both sides. And if you feel you need to add some strands in there, you can always go in and do that. So we have a little bit of like bulging coming out on both sides, whereas our original one was mostly straight. Let's skip this area for right now and move up to here and just ever so slightly put in two curves. Like that. And then I'm going to rotate this around so it's easier for me to work on and add curves that way. Like that. And then for the one that goes underneath our first ones, we have this Hollibaugh style kind of going through there. We kind of just have to picture that there's a little bit of a gap there, right? So maybe not that much of a gap. But we have to lift up our pen when we come to the previous one and fly over to the other side and keep going. There we go. So let's take a look here. So we have two. This one's going behind our first one. So we did original, and then we did one with stripes, and it's a little wider there. Let's do another one. Let's try one. Oh, what should we do? Let's try one over here. And again, we're going to go behind this one now. Let's see. I'm just going to pencil in a line. All right. And I am going to, how about I take the black pen this time? And okay, I'm just going to make two C's. And connect them. And I think for this one, I'm going to put little orbs in there. All right, and then I will ink in these spaces. That, and then I'm going to put another one kind of over here. So this time I'm just visualizing the other line. I didn't really draw it in. Connect those. And then put some orbs in there. Like that. And then I'm going to take my kind of raspberry color here. And let's see, what should we do with this one? How about if we do something more angular? So let's go like this. So this one would go kind of like a zigzag, but you got to picture it behind there. like that. And then over here, all right. So we're just kind of playing around with a zigzag shape there. All right, what else could we do? Let's see. Let's use blue for a band here. And let's put something in like right here. Kind of running out of space, but that's okay. We can make do. All right. Let's put in a C and a C. Connect them. And then I think I'll run a zigzag through here. All right. And then we'll do another C, backward C. Connect them. Run a zigzag through. So we're just playing around with different bands and different strands running through there. And let's put one more in here. And zigzag through. All right. Let's see. So we should use our green for the strands of this one. And I thought it would be fun to, through the middle, let's put some orbs. And then we can run some lines next to that. And if you want to make them bulge out a little bit, you can do that. So again, I'm just kind of thinking on the go here about different ways we can experiment with this tangle and make up some variations. Some of them I like better than others, but that's how it goes, right? All right, so we have that. And then I thought it would be fun just to run a string of orbs through there. Um, let's see, how do we want to do that? Let's just kind of run it through here. Um, you could, if you wanted to, you could pencil in where you want your orbs to go. It's not required, but I'm just gonna put in various sized orbs. I'm using my kind of raspberry colored pen. So I started with a larger orb, and then I went smaller, and I'm going larger. I have to kind of picture what would happen behind here, and then come back out over here. So I'm going from smaller to larger, just making it interesting. All right. So we just have a line of little orbs going through there, which is kind of fun. And you could add more in different colors if you would like. All right, that looks pretty cool. We're going to do a little shading now. You don't need to do a lot of shading. I like to shade for each of the bands, the cuffs. I like to put some shading in this curve of the C shape. And I'm going to do that for all of them. Oops. So we've got shading there. And then I think I want to do some shading, of course, where we have some of them going over the other. So I'm just going to shade on one side, like we do for Hollibaugh. All right, let's go to this one. Like that. And then we'll go over here and do some shading. And a little bit of shading here. This one's kind of all by itself, but we'll just give it some shading. And then to give this one kind of a more finished look, I'm going to run some graphite along the edges here. And I'll leave this corner open because that's the end of our tassel. really using the side of my pencil, not the tip. All right, now we can use our tortillon and we'll start in these areas here, just back and forth. All right, now we can go along the edge, just like we would in Hollibaugh. Let's go along the outside edge. And this goes pretty quickly. It's just straight, and you can go very quickly there. And then we have to decide, do we want to add a little shading along our little strand of orbs here, like our little pearls. And I'm just gonna add a little bit. Not too dark, but I do think it needs a little bit of shading. Just a little. There we go. How cool is that? That's kind of cool. So if you want to add more strands of pearls, you can definitely go right ahead and do that. I am going to finish here and put my initials somewhere, and I think I just want to add them inside here, just for fun, but you can put your initials wherever you want. All right, I'll switch back to my black pen and fill this out. Nana, October 7, and this is Inktober Tangles 2024, day number 7, because it's for October 7. And we have Zander by Zentangle. I'll just put HQ because it's by Zentangle themselves. And we also had some orbs. I'm just going to make a note of the orbs. 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 Okay. So we have a cute, colorful little tile here. We only used 4 colors, but by changing them up, you get something really colorful and fun. We tried different variations of the Zander, just thinking on the fly and trying different things. Some I like more than others. But live and learn. That's life. And we did some shading as well. A really, really fun, cute tile. And yeah, we learned about trying different things and using this as a ribbon. If you want to check out how I used it as a border, that's week 24 of my weekly tangles. Thank you for joining me. This has been really, really fun. I learned a lot myself by trying just different things, thinking as we were chatting here. And I also really like these colors too. So if you use different colors, let me know what worked and how they turned out. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been so much fun. I'll see you on tomorrow on day 8 and have a good day. Love you guys. Bye bye.